Did you know that a Hollywood horror film almost cracked the 100 crore mark in India but fell just short? Let me tell you why this near-miss story of obsession is way more fascinating than it sounds. Here's the thing, when a foreign film, especially a horror thriller with no big-name IP or franchise backing, comes close to hitting that milestone in a market as competitive as India's, it's not just about money, it's about cultural shifts, audience behavior, and the evolving battle between theaters and streaming platforms. And honestly, this almost feels like a turning point in how Hollywood approaches Indian audiences. Now, let's unpack this. Obsession grossed 99.25 rupees crore in India, which is insane for a standalone Hollywood film with no brand recognition. But here's what really caught my attention: the movie's OTT premiere. Wait, hold on, that's not a typo. The film didn't debut in theaters first. Instead, it went straight to streaming, which probably killed its box office potential. Think about that for a second. In a country where theatrical runs are still king, especially for foreign films, this decision was either bold or boneheaded. Personally, I think it was a gamble that almost paid off but backfired because of timing. Why? Because even though OTT is booming, there's still a magic to the first-week theatrical buzz that streaming can't replicate. People want to feel the energy of a crowd, the hype of a trailer, the FOMO of seeing it before it disappears. And when you skip that, you lose a chunk of your audience. But here's the kicker: Obsession was made on a low budget. That's wild. How do you make a horror film that's not just good but successful without the usual Hollywood budget? It makes me wonder if the filmmakers leaned into the low-budget aesthetic as a selling point. Maybe they used that to their advantage, creating something raw and intense that resonated with Indian viewers who might be tired of overproduced blockbusters. What many people don't realize is that low budgets can sometimes be a strength in genres like horror, where atmosphere and tension matter more than CGI. It's like the indie spirit meeting the mainstream. Could this be the future of Hollywood films tailored for India? Let's talk about the numbers. The film's box office curve is telling. It made 37 rupees crore in week 2, which is huge, but then it dropped off sharply. That's typical for horror films, but the steep decline after week 4 is alarming. Why did people stop watching? Was it the OTT release date? Did audiences get tired of the premise? Or was it just the natural life cycle of a horror movie? I find it fascinating how quickly these films lose steam. It's like a roller coaster, peak excitement in the first few weeks, then a free fall. And if you take a step back, this raises a deeper question. Are horror films becoming too formulaic for Indian audiences? Or is this just a case of the right movie at the wrong time? Here's something else that bugs me. Obsession is now the second highest grossing Hollywood horror film in India, behind The Conjuring, Rites. But what does that say about the competition? The Conjuring has a built-in fan base, a franchise, and a marketing machine. Obsession had none of that. It's like comparing a David versus Goliath scenario, but David almost won. This suggests that Indian audiences are open to new horror stories, even without the brand name. But it also highlights how tough it is to break through without the right backing. What this really suggests is that Hollywood needs to rethink its approach to India, not just as a market for remakes or sequels, but as a place where original, low-budget horror could thrive if done right. So, what's next? If Obsession had been released theatrically first, would it have crossed 100 crore? I'm not sure. But one thing is clear, the line between theatrical and OTT is blurring, and filmmakers are going to have to adapt. The question is, will they learn from this near miss or keep making the same mistakes? And if you're a creator, what would you do differently? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Because honestly, this isn't just about one movie, it's about the future of how we consume cinema in a world where streaming is king, but theaters still hold a piece of the magic.